What is the fourth thing that people search for when they're looking for a church? Location and accessibility. Location and accessibility. In fact, we found that 70% named location or ease of access and convenience as important to finding a church. That's from a study done by Church Job Finder. How important is that? What we have to remember is the front door for the church now is not the physical doors. In fact, that went away a good number of years ago now. The foyer, the front door for your church now is your online presence. In fact, it's really important that you understand that you're investing in what you're doing online and you're training people that online is very important, that people understand how important it is to share a link to your website, share a link to events that are happening on the website, things that drive people to your website and help them to see that. Now, how does this help with location and accessibility? Well, you may have a photo of your church building online, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more later why you don't want that to be the main thing, especially on the homepage of your website. But the online presence is where people are going to first go and check out your church. Remember, 80% are looking at the church online before they actually come in the door. So what do they see? Well, you also need in your community professional signage. If you're in an open country or a rural area, you may have key signs at the main roads that are coming in into that small community. That way, when people are driving in, they see a big sign, has the church logo and not too many words, but something simply to say, hey, you're welcome here. We want you to come here. So someone who has found you online and is driving into your community to find your church easily sees as they're coming in, they're reminded, oh, there's the church. That's First Baptist. That's Calvary. That's whatever the name of your church is. And they can find the church easily. But having professional signage is very important. And then the third thing is physically, what are you doing to help them when they arrive? Accessibility is a big thing, very important. And you need to make sure people know if, for instance, you're in a wheelchair, or if you're older and can't climb a bunch of stairs, here's where to come in. One time, I was transitional pastor for a church, and we were having a big push coming up to, I can't remember, maybe an Easter or a high attendance day or something. And we were building our online presence. And one day, the majority of people came from one direction up one main highway. It was a two-lane highway that came right up by the church. And so I thought, okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a live kind of online video of coming up to the church. And so that's what I did. I got several blocks away and I just started the video saying, hey, I'm on the way to the church. And I want to show you, it's easy to get to, and I want to show you how to come in. And I had the camera obviously going as we were driving up to the church. And as we got there, I took the camera off and said, okay, when you get here, we have some parking that's reserved here for guests. If you're a guest and haven't, come and joined our congregation before, right here's where you park. And I showed them the signs and how to pull in. And I said, then you walk right up this sidewalk and here's how you get in. Only one little small step as you come in this front door. Then you come in, and I walked right through the foyer, showed them where we had a very small little welcome table, showed them where that was, told them just stop here. Somebody will be here to greet you and make sure you have any information that you need. And then you're going to hang a right and come right into the sanctuary. And I walked right into the sanctuary and said, and this is where we'll have our worship service. And we just look forward to you joining us. And it was just a simple way to online try to help people feel comfortable with, here's the location. Here's how you come in. Here's how you walk in. Another church where I was a transitional pastor had a huge stairway going in the front doors. As you would think, if I'm a guest, I don't want to weave my way in the back. I want to come in, the front. But if you have a hard time climbing stairs, that's a big deal. So we did something similar and showed people how they could come in up kind of a courtyard that was beside the sanctuary and then walk in. You just kind of made a U-turn and came in the other doors coming into the sanctuary. So think about that. Remember, people want to know how easy it is to get in. They want to know where your location is, what you're close to. If there is some kind of a business that is well known in the area, especially like maybe an eating place or something, you can simply identify your location by saying something as simple as, where the Taco Bell is in downtown so-and-so, go two blocks past the Taco Bell, hang a right, and we're 2 blocks up on the left. Just make it simple. Very easy to do that and clarify.